Testa of uh, Yayu si Lalabat Tia Costello. I'm James Ironheart. We are going to be working on clothing today. If we have chance, we can do a conversational bit and we can converse with everybody here. So one of my Upasalics, my teacher, his name is Zalmai Zaire. Uh, this is where I'm getting my information from. It's elements of Lushootseed grammar, discourse perspective. This is his dissertation that we got most of this information from. And there were some new items that came out in clothing that I will be showing you. So, as you can tell, if you are studied on Lushootseed, uh, O is only done the one time. It's not a tense marker, according to Dr. Zalmai Zaire. Um, in the past, he uses O as a tense marker for current to past tense, and it just he found out in his dissertation that that really was not the case. Um, it is a start of a new idea, more like a start of a paragraph where we do our tab in and then new paragraph, right? And then we have our which is the building of the story. So O indicates it's the start of the story, and then up is just the build of the story. Build the story up. There's going to be northern and southern Lushootseed in on this, and then there will be a sock variant language on this, which would be stuck ud. I've only heard it up here said stuck ud. I heard everywhere else it being stuck odd. And the idea of this is that we print these out and then we post them up where our language is at. And then we're going to reclaim that language and use that language on the daily basis. Okay, I'm gonna put my clothes on in English, right, or in Lushootseed, right, and I'm gonna kick the English out. I'm just gonna say Lalsh Chud Ts Lalabats. And then if that's all you want to say at start, go ahead and just do that. Just Lalsh Chud T Lalabats. You don't even have to say the Lushootseed word. You're just knowing that you're putting on the clothing. And in this, we build up our language use. More language use we have, the better off we're going to be. Okay? Any comments, concerns, questions? Obo? Okay, awesome. All right, so old Alscha Teeds Alabat. Hey, die hot. And you don't even have to say it correctly. At this point in time, just saying it is the best key. I will say it correctly to my knowledge as best as I can, and then you can just repeat and just try to use it. In this, right? In this, we slowly start building up our language use and our language um, accuracy. I'm pretty sure everybody's tired of the story, but I had a student of mine who asked, "How do you say hello in a language?" I was like, "Well, there's not really a hello, but we kind of use it as hello, which is we oughts, right? We oughts." Well, the student of mine started saying qui-ots with a Q. He said this for an entire year. And then I wrote it down onto the board, and he was all like, "What are you saying? I thought it was a Q sound. Is that X W Q?" I was like, "No, that's a we." And he was all like, "What? I've been saying it wrong the entire." No, you were using the language. You might have pronounced it wrong, but you were using the language, and that is key. Language use is key right now. And eventually, because right after that time when he started seeing it on there, he was all like, "Oh, it's weots," and he has never pronounced it wrong ever again. So you got this, right? Oh, Charles Chud, heed Lalabats.
Oh, Chud, Alabat. Oh, Chud, Alabat. Hello.
So you can hear me when I say heed. I'm saying it this way, but it's written the other way. The D part is a possessive suffix. The D is actually, you can say Klaus Heed Slalabats if you really want to do it shorthand. Right? Because then the D is my clothing. I'm putting on my clothing. It doesn't have to be my clothing, you know? But we have it up here so that people use the language. But this is how it's written.
Oh, Chud, Alabat.
Hey, die hot. So this next one is Klaus Af Chud Teed Squiditza.
Oh, Chud, Squiditza.
Hey, die hot. Klaus Af Chud Teed Squiditza.
Oh, Chud, Squiditza.
Die hot. Very good. All right. Do the Southern Lushootseed. Klaus Af Chud Teed Fake Puck. Lushootseed is very hard if you're not a Southern Lushootseed user. You don't have to use it. It's just here's the option for you.
It seems very foreign to me.
Yes, fake puck is definitely foreign. Kaush Chud Teed Stupid.
How Chud, Hutted.
Hey.
How Chud, Hutted.
I wasn't really saying the D, so it's like Squiditza. Squiditza. Oh,
Alright. Kaush Chud Teed. Hey. Hey. I get winded every time I try to say this one. Pip. I'm both running into that one. Pip. Pip.
Oh, you're doing the southern. Al Shaf Chati Dupe. Dupe.
Eh. That last bit, that TXW, that sounds like you're kind of spitting.
Al Shaf.
Chad,
Al Shaf Chati Dupe.
Eh. Die hot.
Let me just turn. I'm gonna mute myself for a second, James.
Okay.
Everybody apologize. If I can figure it out.
Al Shaf Chadid Yalapsit. So it was Yalapsit was actually kind of like those leggings, the men's leggings. And then we just started using those for pants.
no, stuff, everything, your life, I am saying,
Alright. Al Shaf Chadid Stuck Ud.
oh,
If you're everywhere outside of Sock Flattle, you can use stuck odd. Laush of Chud T stuck odd.
odd,
The A is the sound of the A in father. Ah, father. Stuck odd. Stuck odd. Laush of Chud T. Teed. Staquabshed. Sorry. I got lost there for a second. Lausch of Chud T Staquabshed. So anything in those things here, it's not said. It's written here this way, but you say it this way, right? Staquabshed, right? But we have the schwa silent, and this is just to say that this can be not silent if we go ahead and put staquabshed. That is multiplying the shoes. So if we had like 20 shoes, or more than 3 shoes on the floor, we could say staquabshed ti khaledu. Okay, the shoes on the floor for multiple shoes. But because it's just one set, we take out the staquabshed. So if you're going to use this at home, you can just go off and say Klausch Teed and then use hat, right? Klausch T hat, Klausch T shirt, Klausch T pants, and just whatever you're putting on. In this instance, language use is more important than learning the noun of the word. We can add nouns in later. So Klausch Teed socks, Klausch T gloves, yeah. Are you good? Yeah. Are you too good? Yep. Joas?
Hey,
Awesome. All right, so here are the nouns for said clothing articles. Now, how my mind works, I put northern Lushootseed on top and then southern Lushootseed on bottom. You'll see it get the sock swaddle only variant, which would be this one. So that's where the sock swaddle variant only would be. I'm not saying that we were the only ones to use that. It's just that that's what I've only heard here. You might have heard it down there, but I'm not entirely certain. But here's a way. All right. Stuck ud. Stuck
Odd.
stuck ud. Stuck ud. Stuck odd. There's a very slight change on that one.
Well, I'm going with the stuck odd. Oh, hi, Steph. Just saw Stephanie.
Weats. So James, are we going to go through this list one more time?
Yes, you can. So Yolab Sud, shorts, pants, Hootud, shirt, cape, shirt, kaput, coat, stuck ud, cod, stuck hod, lupachi, stukwab shud, shake. These next two I have a problem with because I don't use it that often and I've only used it in classes, so I'm going to mispronunciate them. Hoot, quote. So U is a weird sound. It can be U and it can be O and any sound in between. Ooh. Oh. So just like I's are E's and A's, depending on the any sound in between. E A E. They're just one of those weird sounds that can morph. Okay, quote, quote. Chuds up. Chuds up. Skirt. That's uppin'. That's upped. That's uppin'. Squaditza. Egg. Puck. All right. We put the clothes on. Now we take the clothes off. Do you have a question? There is a word for start. I just don't know it right now. That is a really good question. Let's
What was our question, James?
what is the word for scarf?
Oh.
So I will definitely add that into this part. How do you spell that? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
this.
That's fine.
James, that's what I love about you.
Let's figure it out. And if we can't figure out, we'll make something up.
Mhm.
Yeah, what would a word for scarf be?
Lushootseed is either mimicative or descriptive. We mimic the sounds. So just like crow, it goes ka 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 ka. So that's what we name crows. Ka. Yeah. Or another mimicative would be the ocean sound. You go down to the ocean, or even the Salish Sea, you'll hear the water go whoosh, whoosh, right? So that's what we named it. It's whoosh, whoosh. So it's very mimicative or very descriptive. All right. One of the descriptive ones I know of is kelp feed by mode of transportation, and kelp feed would be um,
Canoe.
canoe, cars, airplanes, buses, any kinds of mode of transportation.
James, like when you're thinking of a scarf, would you think of more like a wrap?
Um,
Like something you'd wrap around us, like wrap around yourself?
well, it would be trying to keep you warm, and there is a word for the running table cloth that we could possibly use for that, but I don't remember it right now.
Okay.
And if you want, um, there is this place called Lushootseed Research.org, right? From there, you can look up online dictionary, and they'll just have a dictionary there for you. Another cool resource to get a hold of. I got no good cell phone coverage right now. So we'll work on that. I'll work on that after class today. All right, so we did the action of putting the clothes on. Taking the clothes off, on the other hand, is going to be a little bit more difficult. O slugwish chud teed sklalabats.
Oh, slugwish, chud tea, lalabat.
So these
Oh,
are two
slugwish.
different. There's the first one is um, northern, and this one is southern, right?
Oh, slugwish, chud tea, alabat. Alabat.
And just like last time, we really don't need chud here because you already have the D suffix of being possessive. This is my hat, right? My hat, right? It really doesn't need to be this is my hat, right?
Oh, slugwish, tea, alabat.
Yeah.
Oh, slugwish, tea,
So today we're just
alabat.
focusing on the northern Lushootseed. I don't want to get too bogged down in the southern Lushootseed. O slugwish chud teed lalabats.
Slugwish, chud, seed, alabat.
Should be bats.
Die hot. Very good. Oh, I forgot to say that. When I say die hot, it means very good. All right. So flugwish off teed slalabats.
Slugwish, off, seed, alabat. Swab, chud.
Flugwish off teed squabshin.
Squabshin. Squabshin.
Flugwish off teed squabshin.
James, can I ask you probably a silly question?
Okay.
So the schwa that you have in the parentheses, why do you do that?
Okay. So this is non-said, right? You don't say it, right?
Okay.
This is how it's said. But if you want to add in for multiple shoes, you would put the back in. Sta quab shud. For many sta quab shud ti khaledu. There are many shoes on this floor, right? For multiple sets, multiple pairs.
Okay.
But because it's only one set that we're trying to take off, then we silent this. And this is just to reference your dictionary. So when you're looking up the word, you can figure out what you're looking up in the dictionary. Because if I took out the in there and you're trying to look up shoes, it would come up Staquabshed for moccasins. And yeah, that part's just in the dictionary. It's how it's written in the dictionary. No?
Slash wash. Oh. The Bob shed.
Slugwish the puppet.
Slug wash. Oh. The Bob shed.
Hey, die hot. Slugwish off feed Yalobsid.
Rush. Yellow. Yellow sun.
Die hot. Very good.
Slug wash. Chop. The
Slugwish off feed stuck ud.
slug wash. He leads.
Slugwish off teed pooted.
Slug wash.
Slugwish off teed skuditsa.
Slug wash. Off. He would do that.
Alright, and then
Wash. Chop.
go ahead, if you don't want to use all the Lushootseed words and you don't know them and memorize them right now, it is fine. Just make sure to start using slugwish, teed, then use the English name or whatever name that you know, and then we'll slowly add in the nouns to that. Okay? So just
Slugwish.
Slugwish hat. Slugwish teed glasses. Right? Just do the action along with the word, and it'll help you memorize it. Hoya should.
Quiet.
Should.
And just because we're staying with clothing, we're going to do the separation of clothing. Lil Guasad T Skodica. Us cheat will teed sklalabats. Us cheat will
Will cheat. S. Quill. T. Salabat.
My clothes are dirty. Lil Guasadaf Chud teed sklalabats. What? It could be.
Wasada. Chati. Salabat.
So this is just, I'm separating generic clothing, everybody's clothing that's in the house. If it's just you and you're living there, then you would put the teed instead of Lil Guasadaf teed sklalabats. If it's just your clothing, if you're only taking care of yours. You don't have to say Chud teed. Right?
Wasad. Lil Wasada. T. Salabat.
Perfect.
She's in a language lesson. She's back there in the language.
All right.
Should.
Oh, Guasadaf Chud teed Alisa. Alisa. So,
Hi there. Hi, sweetie. So you want me to pick you up 3 o'clock? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Alisa.
Okay. No problem. I just clock out. Okay. So I can pick you up 3 o'clock. You need the order hour you need, right?
Raise W sound is
I come pick you.
Sorry, James, I can't hear you. Sorry, what was that?
when the Q raise W here, you try to say key, right? Key, but here's your teeth, right? Here's your tongue. You're gonna try to get your tongue as pushed back as far as you can until you make the Qualisa.
Walk, 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 Walisa.
You'll hear it like back here. Qualisa. You'll feel that. You'll feel that Q way back here. Qualisa. But again, language accuracy is not needed right now.
Walk, Walisa. Walk.
If you're just gonna say qualita, that is okay for right now. But eventually we're gonna straighten you out in a bit. Just not right now. So this is, I'm putting the white clothes all in one spot. Well, wasadaf chati how alita.
Well, Wasada, Chati,
How alita.
Alisa. Well, Wasada.
Dugwadaf chati alta squabble squabble
Good one.
alta now What about all? Okay,
What
so
that what do?
if you're stuck like I am, that is fine. Ulch,
Coach. Coach. How about
ots, ulch,
odds? Coach. How about so?
ots, ulch.
Oh, oh, box.
Oh, bots, ulch.
Oh,
La la bots, ulch.
Oh, box. Oh,
Die hot. So if you're stuck like I am, and you can read it, and you're trying to go this way, sometimes going at a different angle helps out. Go this way. Take chunks out like I just did here. I said old. I said ot, olch, olch, all, abots, olch, all abots, olch. Right? See how I went backwards and then went this
all
way?
about.
Yeah. So yeah, first in case you don't succeed, try again.
two,
Good
one,
watch.
two,
Good watch.
oh,
All all of that. Oh,
All right, now we're doing down to the fun spot. Washing of the clothes. Top, top, top. Oh, top, top, chud. I'm gonna wash the clothes. So the with the line above it is it's a TS sound. The C with the line above it. The first one.
oh,
It's a TS.
hot. What child?
Oh, top, top, chud. Quay beat off, chud, keep quote.
Baby duck child sequel.
To quaffed off, tea, puzzle, quote. To quaff
Long
tea,
E
all quote.
has a quo.
Okay, die hot. I'm fixing the washing machine to pour cold water. Quay beat off. I'm fixing. Chud. I am fixing. Key quote. The water.
That's good when you explain it like that, James.
To quash off.
To quash.
To pour. To cause to pour. Not by accidentally. This is for purpose. Pour.
To quash. No.
More. Hot water. Boiling water. I'm fixing the washing machine to pour hot water. Tada. Ka. Ki. Duf. Tagwosub. All to stuff. Up. Up. Ali. Quashada.
Quash. Dada.
I I'm grabbing, taking, and then the dish soap, all tea, suff, tak, tak, ali. I'm pouring the dish soap into the washing machine. Suff, by means of tak, tak, wash. Ali, the place of wash. Right?
Right.
Just like stuff old Ali is fireplace or oven. So Ali is also referred to the place of, right? For a garage, you could say Kelk Bead Ali. That's the place for that car, right? Or if you have a very particular item that you want to be stored in a very particular place, then you use that Ali for that item. Nachada, nachad chud, ti suf top top Ali. Nachada. I keep on wanting to say lachadaf, but it's not lachadaf. Just lachad.
Lachad. Lachad chadti.
Lachad chudti. Yep.
Lachad chadti.
Stuff,
Stuff.
top, top,
Up. Up.
Ali.
Ali.
So, lachadaf chudti phone. Lachadaf chudti phone. Okay? Lachadaf chudti phone. Okay? You're just turning something on.
Lachad chadti is turning something on. I'm turning something on.
You could do that with the lights too, the light switch. Lachadaf chudti.
Lachad chadti. Lachad chadti. So, swap, Ali.
In this case, you're just pressing the button for start. Lachadaf chudti stuff top Ali.
Oh,
All right. Well, let's break here. All right. Is there any comments, concerns, questions, worries? Want me to work on something with you?
I'm good. Or I should say Halschud. Right, James?
Hot, good.
Halschud. Would that be I'm good?
Yeah. Fine. Me. Yeah. Good. Me. Yeah, that works. When you're thinking of language like that, you gotta think of yourself talking like Yoda and how Yoda talks. So, the word "fine" would come before me.
James, I've heard you say that a few times, but what if you don't really pay attention to how Yoda talks?
We're gonna get you talking that way. Eventually, talk this way. You will be. Well, I don't know any other show that people talk this way.
Oh, James, you're totally fine. I'm just giving you that time.
All right, I guess we'll call that for a day. I will stay on if you have any questions. I'm turning off the recording now.